Wait for the all clear.
It's live now, apparently. Hear me, jschmidt?
Hang on. That's the better question is, can you hear me?
I can. Oh, like on the stream, you mean?
Yeah.
Like, alright.
I can.
Alright.
That's the better question is, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So it works. I think I've got the settings right this time.
Sweet as.
Oof.
What, so we're live now, I'm guessing? Or is it just a test session?
Last week was a test session. This week's a real deal.
Yeah, mate, just warming up the voice and everything, you know. Just didn't want to let the people hear your talents.
No. Saving myself for this one.
Exactly.
Welcome everyone to ARL3 in China, and this time we actually have 3 commentators because someone has sorted out their audio settings. So
There's been a few technical issues.
So that'll be
We're all here this
jschmidt,
time.
and the other commentator will be Peter Crichton or Zach, depending on which account he's on.
Exactly.
So, lads, what do we think? Wet quali, wet race to dry, overcast.
So it's just overcast, is it? So we think talking inters.
I'm thinking inters to a very interesting situation where there'll be a long crossover period.
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, I've had a little run today with a few drivers to see what it was like, and it dried up quite early, but because it was overcast, it took a long time for the rain to go.
Okay.
I think this race will just be like survival of the fittest, I reckon. Then once it dries up, just go all in.
So
one unfortunate person's not going to get points today.
We had 17.
To grab everyone.
We had 16 in the league, in the lobby. Don't know where they've all gone.
Well, we'll see who's going out first. Doesn't look like anyone's wanting to go out at the moment.
No, someone started their car up. Someone's put the setup on. Hopefully they have wet setups ready to go. Otherwise they're in for a long one, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what we were discussing earlier, is that probably go for something in between a dry and a full wet if it's on inters. But it looks like they're actually on the full wets.
Yeah.
But Clown is anyway.
So,
it's like they're all on the full wets.
Do you boys want to run us through what you change when it's a wet setup? Just give us some insight into some championship setups.
Alright, so first of all, you need to increase front and rear downforce. For me, that's what I always do. Because you need that downforce, especially in the rain. And you need to raise the ride height. Exactly,
That's it.
Front and rear ride height. And sometimes on the suspension, you move that around to try and get some more front steer with the roll bars.
Stiffen it up a little bit.
Yep, exactly. Stiffen her up. Try and get a bit more turn. Rain. Alright. So the corners to look out for around Shanghai circuit, I would say in the rain, definitely be turn 1. I reckon that's quite slippery on like initial turn in.
Yes.
Then the long turn 12 into turn 13, that's very hard to try and keep the traction and not lose the rear as you head on to the back straight. Then the hard braking at turn 14, that's going to be very difficult. These conditions, locking up, things like that, running wide. So I think we'll see a few passes into there as well.
So we've got a few people on outlap, so I was just watching the pit lane because outlap's pretty boring. Let's see who is the furthest.
Looks like Wingman's out first.
Yeah.
Now, did he got pole position last week, didn't he?
Not
right?
Sure he did.
100%
I think he did on the softs.
Softs,
I remember correctly.
Softs on.
Yeah,
Got that pole
I'll
position.
take your word for it, boys.
Could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive it was.
Alright.
Oh, we got a little bit of a train going there. There's Benny Mac and Ridwan or Corrupt Clown.
Oh, as Wingman's about to start his lap.
As
you can
all
just
3 of
see
them have just got absolutely sideways coming into the straight. That's what I want to see.
Wheel spin is going to be plenty tonight, that's for sure.
Now, when you guys drive in the wet, do you guys still use hot lap or do you guys play around with your RS?
For me, I tend to play around with the curves, mainly like on traction zones. You want to run about low sometimes just so you can help it. And short shifting as well. Short shifting is key in wet and dry, but especially in the wet, you'll probably see the best drivers short shifting, I reckon, today.
Yep.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So, just a championship scenario here. We've got Alcatraz on 50 points with a pretty commanding lead. So if you're him today, you don't want to take any risks. Just get some points in the bag. So we've got yellows.
Yeah.
Not too sure what that was. Doesn't look like
What's
it's
the
anything
predictions for
specifically.
tonight, boys?
I'm not too sure about the wet. I'm really not too sure who's going to shine.
Yeah.
I'll go with Alcatraz, but it depends if he's running traction control or not. As Reedy has just spun coming onto the start straight on his outlap, so that's not good.
Looks like he's got wing damage as well.
Go back to wingman. Yeah, so this turn he's going through there is going to be horrible in the wet, trying to get the traction down early.
Yeah. Very easy to lose the back end around there. As the tyres heat up as well. That's one thing around here. And I think in the rain as well, like the rear tyres definitely overheat through that middle sector. So I think that corner will be
Look out, Benny's thrown it up the inside of wingman. In
Yeah,
qualifying.
That's
He's
an
being held
interesting
up,
move.
obviously.
so that shows lost the rear almost with that fast turn.
Fair though, if you've been held up and he's got the pace, I mean, he can pass.
We'll switch to Benny and see what he's going to be able to produce. So 49.3. So, yeah. Didn't mention this before, but yeah, full wet, so obviously it's a bit heavier rain than light. As Wingman's pulled over to the exit of the pit lane for some reason. Very odd.
His wing is intact, so...
goes pole.
That's top. 49.1.
Yeah, I was talking to the championship leader about what sort of setup he was going to run. If he was going to go with a full wet, and I think he may have gone down that route. As Harass has left the session, so I don't know what's happened there. Got yellows in sector 2 and 3.
Ooh. So who's next on a hot lap? Who are we looking at?
It looks like Alcatraz made a mistake.
I think you got Reedy on a lap, so I'll have a quick look.
Watch Reedy.
Yeah. Try and not move around the cameras as much. I'll let you two do that and point some stuff out. And I'll try
just let us know who you're watching, and we'll watch the same one just to so we're talking about the same thing.
Of course.
Yeah, I got the stream up. I'll try.
See what.
Oh
yeah, Reedy has. Wow.
He did have that wing damage from earlier when he had that little eventful off-track experience.
Well, there's a new
lucky
meme.
not to lose a wing.
As we got another yellow flag in sector 3. It's James Cruz. So if you're a betting man, so far I do know there is a multi going on with a... One of them was to Schmidt to fix his microphone, and that has paid off already. I know James Cruz paying under 4.5 spins was also one, so there is one already. As Banana Josh sets the fastest time as a 48.7.
Yeah, so the top two runners from last week at Bahrain seem to be carrying on their form as well.
Yeah, I think Banana Josh has been a little bit unlucky the first two races. I really do think he has the pace to go to Alcatraz. Especially in pre-season testing, he was definitely the fastest driver.
Yeah, he drove beautifully last week out in Bahrain. It's just a shame about that post-race penalty. But yeah, he's definitely one of the ones to watch, that's for sure, on the championship.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Alcatraz will go when he gets a legitimate battle, because he's had quite comfortable outcomes with penalties so far.
Yeah.
I hope he has the same outcome, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's been managing that very well. It's what you got to do to win a championship.
So if anyone's on their fast lap, I think Alcatraz might be on a fast lap, so have a little look.
Yep, he is. He's halfway through sector 2.
Yeah, he's just struggling for traction. I don't know if he might be using a wet setup on that. He might be thinking about the race.
Alright, he's up by almost a tenth and a half.
Yeah.
on his
Unfortunately,
PB.
don't know what a really good wet time is around here, so we haven't really got marker. Last season there was a wet session as well, so we could go back and look at that.
I'll do that on us. I'll have a look. See what they're running.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won by a pretty comfortable margin in ARL2 last season.
No, I actually got trumped by the Rock.
Correct. Actually, that's right.
He came
you
in,
lost that, didn't
I
you?
think, a lap or 2 laps earlier than everyone else and switched to the Inters
That's right.
from the wet. And he was a rocket. He just picked the perfect time to change his tyres and
So
he was gone.
let's see. Alcatraz comes across the line. A slideshow gets a 48.5.
Oh,
Forget it, because
beautiful
Alcatraz has
last
done a
sector.
48.55.
Man, he gained at least 4 tenths in that last sector on his previous best, so great effort there. He's probably just got a bit more comfortable with the braking zones into turn 13.
Yeah, he'll be gaining confidence as the session goes on. And we'll see these times drop even more, I reckon.
Track will be gripping up.
So Banana Josh is 2 tenths up. During his lap, we've got a yellow in sector 2. I'm not too sure where that is. Stay with Banana Josh for now.
I think that's just Wingman getting out of the way.
Yes, it is. Or Ridwan is also getting out of the way. Yes, this whole second sector is really just one big traction zone. It's just, we've got to dance the car around here.
Exactly. Just trying to dance that car on the limit. It's very hard to do.
Oof, as he locks up both fronts. It's really a question of whether you want to be fast in the second sector or absolutely blistering down this long straight, and you can really go for either method.
Yeah.
But you really need to commit one way or the other. In the middle is sort of a dead man's zone.
Yeah.
See if he can improve in this lap. He's looking pretty tidy. A few distractions.
As he's locked up again. He's pushing, but he's sort of kept it.
For him, though.
He's kept it
Slide down
all
the car.
together. So Banana Josh usually runs ABS, so I'm interested by that.
Yeah, I think he's taken the plunge and he's dropped all his assists.
Oh,
As he does a
beautiful lap.
47.9.
8 tenths. Wait, no.
Wow.
He's on.
Yeah, so I'll open up the stream, have a look at these comments, or if one of you have them open.
I think Banana's looking for a bit of redemption for last week.
Yeah, we got Banana Cake Pie in the chat. We got Aaron, and we got Alex as well. Hey boys, what's doing?
So ARL1 and ARL2 winners from Bahrain. As on his inters, and we'll go to Benny. Sorry, I'm being a bit lazy on these camera changes. I'm trying to get everything set up here for the race.
He does improve, but doesn't go up. So he's done a 48.9.
Yes.
He's done 2 laps on those wet tyres. Looked like he ran out of ERS just before the last corner. So it might be hurting him a little bit. He can definitely find some pace in managing that ERS a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. Most of the drivers will be wanting to pit around now. I'd say 6 minutes, about the times. Head back in the pits, take all the fuel out, change tyres, have a drink of water, chill, and try and relax. Focus on your last run, which is crucial.
As Ridwan is not improved, so we'll go off him, see what Reed is doing. As Reedy is a 10th down. Yes, Wizzy, I think there is 3 full sets of wets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah. So, you make a good point. Do you want to waste... I mean, you could probably use 2 sets this qualifying session. You're not going to need 3 for the race.
You'll be fine.
It'll be a bit of one stop if it's wet completely, but it is going to dry up by the looks of it tomorrow. But Fingers crossed. There's Reedy getting the tail a little happy. The long sweeping right-hander of turn 13. As he's running 0 ARS, so I think he's probably giving up on this.
Lap, I'm
I
guessing.
think he's giving up.
Yeah, he's down in P9, so he's definitely will be hoping for a strong last session. That's for
one
sure.
yellow as
lap.
So we'll have a look at Ridwan and Jamo.
New drives coming out now. Slideshow. Just
Ridwan is up 3/10 in sector 1, but he goes wide on the exit of 6. So have a look at Jamo. He's up. No, he's down 4/10, so I think he'll probably won't improve, but we'll go back to Ridwan. He's really fighting the current dead. Oh, as he gets oversteer, corrects it. Doesn't short shift that, and he's going to rotate it. There it is. Yep. That turn is
That is a
nasty.
Valtteri Bottas, I think, didn't he?
Yes.
Spin there?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
And you really got to watch that wall, because that wall really will catch up to you.
Yeah, that wall creeps up on the inside if you lose the rear there.
Yeah, who was the Toro Rosso that lost it there? The actual Formula 1 thing. Was that Pierre?
Yeah,
Gasly?
I think it's Gasly.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Yeah,
Bottas
that was...
and Gasly lost it there.
Yeah, that was a crazy crash.
Slideshow's getting ready to start his lap as well.
Yeah.
We're making sure these tyres are in the right temperature window. Start the lap so they don't overheat or they're not too cold. Yeah. Saving all that curves as well. Keeping that on 100%, which is crucial. He's left himself enough time to do 2 laps.
So we got Corrupt Clown is up 8/10. No, it's down 2/10, so that's just a little bit of a glitch on our system.
Slideshow's just starting his lap now.
James Cruz has improved as well. Good on James. Always running no assist, never switching, staying true to himself.
Yeah, that's a great spirit there. That's,
a few drivers in this field, flicking around. Not saying it's not okay, but you know.
Yeah, you got to give it to him, and he has a crack, and he never quits. Always finishes his races, no matter what happens.
Never complains.
Got to take your hat off to him. Slideshow runs slightly deep.
Yeah. I think so. See if Slideshow can get in this fight. I'd be shocked if Banana has a 5/10 lead on everyone. It'd be a big lead.
You can just see how much he's having to play with the throttle through sector 2.
He's got a sector 3 yellow. Have a quick look. Doesn't look like anyone's done anything out of the ordinary.
Slideshow 1.2 seconds down. Or slower, I should say, yeah. But yeah, so he must be warming these tyres up for the last run, I'm guessing.
There we go. Benny appears to be up 3/10.
It's Benny.
But he's at the start of the lap, so I think I think my timing's a little bit off today.
Yeah, the timing's a bit glitched.
As Ridwan retires, so I'm wondering
if he lost it?
Yeah, I'm wondering. They've got a yellow flag in sector 1. I'm wondering if he's gone off. Can't really tell, which is unfortunate.
Dangled with Benny, maybe we might see.
Anyway, come back as Jamo doesn't improve. Banana Josh, I assume, is starting his lap. Go on board with P2 coming onto the back straight. What can a championship leader do? Yellows in sector 3 will assume that it's people just jostling for position. Gets it straightened up pretty well. As soon as this lap finishes, we'll go flick to Banana Josh.
Yeah, Banana Josh is catching up to his teammate on a lap. This is not ideal.
The Actros doesn't improve. Quickly actually check side as well, see what side is. So it looks like side hasn't improved. He's pretty much the same at the same point. Go to Banana. As he is up ever so slightly. So this will be his last lap. Now does Jamo move out of the way? He
Banana
doesn't.
Josh getting held up here.
Yeah, he's getting he gets out of the way now.
Probably a bit later than he would have wanted that.
So look, as Benny Matt comes across the line, doesn't improve. Have a look at Unit. I think Unit's next to come. No, Corrupt has come over and does improve by 6/10. Stay in P7. Have a look as Reedy comes through the final sector.
Beautiful into the lap for Banana Josh.
Turn 16 is a pretty nasty corner. As Unit will come across the line and he improves and goes P4 with a 48.8. As Banana Josh improves again and does a 47.7. Well,
I think we got to watch Alcatraz.
Yeah, so Alcatraz.
He would have crossed the line just in time.
Yeah, so he's 3/10
that
up.
could be at its best. Yeah, this could be it.
Yeah. So, hopefully at least send a statement that he is closer in pace.
But he's out of Kerrs though, so he's, yeah.
Go on board through turn 16. Really cautious around that. Does improve though, as we've got.
Great lap.
I think someone put it in the wall and turned start finish line. But that'll be the end of Q1. As, one of you can run through the finishes, as I'll quickly be back.
Yeah, there's no worries. So we got Banana Josh in P1 with a 47.763. Alcatraz P2. Sideshow in P3. Unit P4. Benny in P5. We've got AU Wingman in P6. Krupp Clown P7. Ridwan P8. Reedy in P9. And Jamo in P10. And James Cruz in 11th. So, looks like Alcatraz did improve, dropping into the 47s there. So there's only a 2/10 gap.
Yeah,
first. Interesting to see what happens in this race when it's going to dry up, if it's going to dry up.
I feel like turn 1 into turn 2 and 3 is going to be quite hairy as well.
It's a long first corner.
It's long, and in turn 3 it all bunches up, so I think, yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you don't want to lose your wing in the first lap. It just ruins your race.
Alright.
So who do you reckon's going to take this?
Ooh. I reckon I'm going to have to put my money on probably Alcatraz, I reckon. He's been very consistent, made no mistakes so far this season, so I think he's definitely a safe bet, so I'm going to run with him for tonight, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. Alcatraz definitely got a chance. I don't know. I think Banana's going to give him a good run for his money, though. I think he's going to want a bit of redemption from last week. I think he's pretty hungry for it.
Yeah.
Then again, don't count out Sideshow or Unit.
Yep, Sideshow.
Or any of the other ones, actually, because anything can happen, like we said, in the first corner.
Especially if you get the crossover period just right, you can be way down and easily get the win. Just timing that to perfection.
Are they on the Inters now?
They are on the Inters.
Okay.
That's interesting. So these tyres will maybe overheat. I feel like they're going to cause some drivers some problems, especially in the middle sector. They'll be struggling with the rear end a lot.
It'll be interesting to see who went like a full wet setup or has gone more a dry setup. That's probably coming to play now that they're on the Inters as well.
Yeah, a few might have lowered the front wing a little bit for the Inters. That could have been a smart idea, but we'll have to find out. So Banana Josh will start backing up the field shortly, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he hasn't got too many drivers to back up, so it shouldn't be too hard for him.
Shouldn't be too hard. But
So it looks like we got
that tight end.
Looks like we got Harass starting from the rear as well in 12th.
Yes.
Yep, he's disqualified. See what the Mercedes driver can do from P12.
Yeah. Everyone's on.
Well, he showed some great speed last week, but he kept lagging out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he dropped out a couple times. He's definitely got good pace, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do from there.
Yeah. He'll just have to keep his nose clean, and yeah, he'll be one to watch, that's for sure. Alright.
So it looks like Alcatraz is backing up the field. Banana's just taking off. Playing a bit of tactics already. There's a couple of drivers that have been reset to the grid. Looks like Unit and Benny. Not going to help him in the wet.
The Banana Josh will sit there for a little bit, not too long. Taras is bringing up the rear, going up into his grid box now, so we should be pretty close.
As we're going to get ready for the Chinese Grand Prix, will we have a battle at the front this time? Hopefully we have an outright winner on the grid, as we have 5 lights. And go. Everyone seems to get a pretty reasonable start. No one seems to have launched well. We've got a little bit of a Renault moving around, but looks like we've got order in the grid.
Sideshow wants a piece of Alcatraz.
Can Sideshow stay there? Oh, great.
Oh, they're all holding their positions.
Car by Alcatraz there, just making sure he...
Very clean from everyone though. Go back up to the front. It's Banana Josh. Maybe got a little bit of a gap already.
6/10 at the moment.
Coming into the technical second sector, we have Banana Josh leading Alcatraz, leading Sideshow, Unit and Corrupt, who's gone up 2 positions, and Benny's dropped down 1. Ridwan has gone up and Wingman has gone down, so we've got relative similarities to our grid so far.
Looks like Harass is starting to make a few early moves. He's already gone up 2 positions. He's looking to make a move on the Reedy now as well.
Oof, as Cruz gets a little bit loose. Oh, as Wingman has made a little mistake, but he's come back on nice and safely. It's good driving there.
He's dropped a couple of positions.
So we'll come onto the back straight. Everyone just in a straight line.
Looks like Alcatraz has closed that gap a little bit already through the middle sector.
The difference in quality times makes me definitely think that maybe Alcatraz has actually changed it and gone for the dry setup. I'm wondering.
That Pollard didn't last very long.
Yeah, I was about to say. We might have to have someone on James Cruz watch. Just one of you, if you don't mind.
Spin watch?
Yeah, just for the multi. But as we go, we've still got not a lot of moves. As Harass has made 3 positions, so he's been making moves down the grid.
Yeah, Harass, beautiful start there. Up into P9, up 3 spots already.
So obviously no DRS,
He's the biggest mover.
No DRS, so no second gap required.
As we're starting to see a slight gap form between Banana Josh and Alcatraz. 1.1 seconds now.
As Benny makes a move on Corrupt.
Yeah, Benny lost a couple of positions.
So everyone's really struggling with turn 10 here. Everyone on that exit, a little bit sideways, a little bit of dancing going on. So everyone's gonna have to watch that turn.
Like the 2 Renaults are going at it as well.
Yeah.
The Ridwan's got a bit loose now.
Go on board with Ridwan. He's got that sound glitch, so we will move away from that because that's horrible. Little gaps forming everywhere. There's not really much going on as Corrupt Clown gets 3-second time penalty. I'll try and note that down as I go. Josh inevitably sets the fastest lap of the 48.1.
1.1 seconds is the gap. So yeah, so he hasn't pulled away too much.
As Corrupt Clown makes a move on Ridwan again. So these two are just jostling really.
Yeah, it looks like Alcatraz a 48.3 and Sideshow with a 48.1 as well. So
yeah, Sideshow is looking quite good at the moment.
Those top dudes, pretty similar place. The top three.
A little bit special.
Yeah, so if we could please crowdfund a new headset.
Just a new jack, thank you. My cord is broken. So we've got a bit of a gap developing between third and fourth. So we've got a 3-horse race here. Side's due for a good race. He's had pace.
Yeah, he is. He's had a fair share of bad luck in the first couple of races.
Oh, the Ferrari is spun. Benny MC.
On that inside curb, I assume.
Yeah, he's hit that inside curb. No damage though, so might get done by Wingman here too.
I've just gone back here and look at James Cruz. Fair way behind. It's really hard to tell if he's spinning. It's Benny and Wingman are going to argue this position. And clear so far. And Benny's gives up the
Benny
position.
was closing right up to the back of the unit. I think he's just pushed a little bit hard or just clipped that curb. He's pretty frustrated with himself at the moment. We'll do all that work again.
So we'll go have a look at Unit. Unit's had a weird season. He's P2 in the standings, but just not had the pace of the front drivers. He's just sort of been 210s.
He's consistent. He's always finishing.
Well.
Yes, that's the thing. He's
getting points, not making mistakes, always finishing in the top three.
He's a little bit off that top pace, so if he just finds that pace, he might be right in this championship, especially with the consistency.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Sideshow's dropped off a little bit. Alcatraz is about the same gap from Banana Josh.
Let's have a look at the leader as he comes into turn 11 and 12.
It looks like Banana Josh is using a little bit more ARS than what Alcatraz is at the moment. Might be trying to just pull away.
Yeah, you're right there.
Looks like he's down to 15% now, so I think Alcatraz is about a little bit under 50.
Yeah, he's managing that very well, which I cannot do. Though,
yeah, our CEO's just typed DRS in the chat. Don't know what that's all about. Don't know if he thinks that it's coming on soon or.
Well, there is no DRS today, unless it dries up.
Have to ask him about that later. Anyway, moving on. Banana Josh, yeah, he's holding this gap, so he's comfortable, but he is pushing a fair bit as Ridwan gets a 3-second penalty. Yeah, he has no ERS, does he? So is this superficial pace? As James Cruz has gone very wide, exit the last turn. So Alcatraz, he has 52%. So he's maintaining his battery quite well.
Yeah, it looks like Banana is saving. He's into one.
So you can see the
track is looking a bit drier.
Yeah. So the fuel symbol on Alcatraz is coming on. So I'm assuming he's gone very low on fuel because he's going to save it during the race in the wet. Was that something you guys would typically do when it's wet?
I have seen a few people do that, but me personally, I'm always one to run more fuel. Always more fuel.
I'm the same. I don't like managing my fuel through my race. I'll always put a bit more in and then use my fuel when I'm not saving my ERS. But I do notice a lot of people do run low fuel. I actually haven't played with that before, so I mean, maybe it's better, maybe it's not.
I'm
not
wet,
sure.
I personally tend to run really low fuel because you go into one so much during those tight sections. But it's really, I don't know. It's a
Bit of
thing that some
personal
people are,
preference, isn't
some
it?
people are good at it, some just can't. Like it's not for them.
Yeah, I think if you're going to be running that low fuel, you really have to manage it.
Definitely,
the
if
whole
you're
race.
running traction control, I wouldn't be doing it because you're probably mashing the throttle a little bit anyway. There's another question about James. Has James spun yet? Yes, he spun in qualifying, but we're not too sure if he's spun any time soon. But
Yeah,
again,
he's doing a good job.
let's just establish
no
this is
spinning,
not
I think.
we're not joking about him. He's probably the only one in this whole grid running absolutely no assists. So I don't even think he's running racing lines. So good on him.
Yeah, so he's got the biggest
no
balls here.
assists as all. No racing line, no traction, no ABS.
No.
Balls deep. And he runs does he run cockpit as well?
I think he
Oh,
does.
good man, good man.
Yeah,
good
and he
man.
runs cockpit as well.
If he's running Halo as well, then give him the title.
Yeah, I'm sure if a lot of those other boys ran those same assists, they'd probably be nowhere near him.
So we're a little bit lost for battles, but there is. Looks like Ridwan and Reedy are decently close, as is Corrupt Clown. Oh no, sorry, Harass. So we'll stay with this battle for a bit.
Harass made some early moves, but now it looks like he's kind of stuck behind Reedy and Grid 1 here. Reedy's gone deep.
Yeah.
Going to lose a position,
But
not too much time. Or maybe with that sort of re-entry, lose a lot of time actually onto that straight.
Good driving by him though. He took the pain of the grass and didn't hit the person in front of him.
Instead of
A lot of people would not do that, so it's always
Yeah,
good to
I
see.
mean,
Let's make a move.
there's no point in doing that. You're just going to damage your own ring.
As Benny Mac makes a
Possibly
move
get
on
a penalty
Reedy,
as well.
and in front of us we can see Harass going around the
Yeah,
outside.
Harass is
Yeah,
driving
he's
very
pushing.
well.
Yeah, Grid 1's gone defensive.
He's searching high and low. Oh, he's definitely. Ooh,
Oof. Gee, there's a wall there.
track limits.
He was loose.
There's Lee.
I reckon this is probably the battle to watch at the moment.
Yeah. Very low on penalties so far though, which is good.
Benny MC's got the pace. I reckon he's going to come up onto this. It's going to make it pretty interesting. Come up onto this battle.
Yeah, this is a great little scrap here between Grid 1 and Harass, that's for sure.
As we didn't have a battle, now all of a sudden we've got a 5-car gaggle just forming.
Yeah.
Might quickly check fastest laps. I haven't been checking if they've been improving, but
I think Banana Josh just got the fastest lap last lap, so the track is drying up.
it does look drier.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
stopped. Looks like it stopped raining on the back straight there. I'm just watching Banana Josh, and Alcatraz has lost a little bit of time. Probably 8/10 to Banana
What will
Josh
they
now.
do? Will they pit early, try and put on a fresh set of inters and try and catch up? Or will they try and stick it out and then use tyre and wait for it to dry up? That's what I'm kind of interested in seeing.
Go on board with Harass and see what he can do down the
Might be
straight.
a little bit early to pit at this stage, but definitely in the next few laps you can probably think about it.
Harass selects not to make a move. Ridwan defends the inside deep, but he might get a switchback here if he can get the traction.
Yeah,
does get
Ridwan's
good traction.
trying to hold the inside. He did go wide last time, might be able to get the under over.
Oh, he needs to get back in that
As
first
Corrupt
lane.
Clown pits.
He has pitted. What tyre is he going to go for?
Is he going to chuck on another set of inters or is he going to
He's
go slicks?
going
It's
Hards.
mediums. Is it hards or mediums?
Yeah,
Let's
it's
get that
hard.
bloody glitch.
These ain't going to have no grip.
This is an interesting call.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I know, right?
Very early. I think it's a bit early for that.
Especially on the
And it-
hards as well. These aren't going to have any grip.
Oh, it'll be a nightmare for him.
He should have went softs if he was going to, or mediums.
Oh, you can just... He's really struggling on those hards.
Yeah.
Won't stay with him. We'll watch the lead interval as Harass and Ridwan are still fighting, and they're fighting into a turn that you probably don't even fight in when it's dry, let alone wet.
Man, Harass up 7 spots after 8 laps. Beautiful drive. So
and this has brought Benny into this as well. He's right up the back of Ridwan now.
As a viewer safety car has brought to my attention that James is also in the pits, so we can only assume he's spun. We will check at the end of the race. He's a very honest bloke. He'll probably tell us if he's spun 5 times.
Oh, as Benny launches one up the inside, good one.
Oh, Harass gone wide there?
Yeah, he went deep as well.
Yeah.
So can Benny get 2 moves done in 1 lap? Oh, yeah, I think the tyres will be starting to overheat as well as the track dries up, so...
He's touching that inside curb again. Keeps touching that inside curb. Almost gives me a heart attack seeing him touch that every time. I just think he's going to go again, but he is going to throw it up the inside. It looks like he's...
And he rolls off
done.
Yeah, rolls off the brake to squeeze him out. That's a good move.
Yeah, that's clean. Great move.
Beautiful racing by these guys, have to say. Nice, clean.
Scrub Clown's lost 12 seconds on this lap, so it's definitely not time.
He's definitely shot himself in the foot here.
I mean, Banana's just getting faster. He's pulling away from Alcatraz now. He's just adapting to the conditions quicker.
Makes me think Alcatraz is definitely on a dry earth setup. Because as these tyres are dying, he's struggling more and more with less downforce.
Yeah. Three seconds the gap now from first to second.
Yeah, so we'll stay with this middle pack because it really is the only battle currently going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lonely race for Bruno, that's for sure.
Just got confirmation from Red Bull. NBC is definitely on a drier setup.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get in contact with them again and see how far the rain is, because our weather systems are down, unfortunately. Sky Sports has not funded us well.
The track is looking quite dry now.
Harass has a little look. Oh, and he's going to send it too. Oh, this could get ugly. Benny Mac
Harass
has
got a
opened the angle.
5-second penalty for that.
That is
a 5-second penalty. That's harsh.
That's harsh. Great knowledge by Benny to see that coming and open the steering angle.
Yeah, he gave him racing room for sure. 5 seconds. That's a lot, but I mean he did cut the track, so can't really dispute that.
This is tier 3 of...
maybe 3 seconds would have been appropriate for that sort of cut.
This might be tier 3, but everyone's very good with their racecraft so far, especially in the wet. Everyone's giving each other room. It's good.
Yeah, they've impressed me quite a bit as well. I think the slicks will be coming into play within the next couple laps, I reckon. Track is looking quite dry. They will take a couple laps to get heat in the track, things like that. Start laying some rubber down.
So yellow flag in sector 2. Not 100% what I'm looking for here.
Yeah, I can't quite see. The track is drying up, isn't it? There's still a little bit of spray off the tyres though. I think it's quite dry enough yet for slicks.
I'm still checking in with Clown and he's sliding around everywhere still.
Yeah.
And it's hard, so it's definitely not time yet, I reckon. Yeah, I'm not too sure. A couple laps, that's for sure. But it's not looking too bad now.
Probably another two laps or so.
Yeah.
James Cruz gets another penalty as Unit appears to be coming into the pits, but he's coming in very slow.
I
think one more lap and it's going to be time.
Could pay off for Unit here if it dries up in this next lap.
We've got
yeah.
Might have a bit of a sketchy first lap, but Interesting to see what he goes for.
17
So-
laps, or 16 laps left once he comes across the line. 17, apologies. As DRS
Benny
is enabled,
MC's
so he's
coming.
timed it well. Here we go. So it's dry enough
Oh,
for
he's
DRS.
onto it. He's onto the soft. Benny MC pits as well. Goes to soft tyre.
Wow,
It's held by Unit.
So now it's all going to happen. So Unit's made an
Mediums.
absolute myth move. He's done it well.
He's chose the right tyre as well, going on that medium. I think
Yeah,
that's probably the tyre I would have chosen as well, especially at this stage of the race.
Yeah, we've got someone in the chat asking if the hards make it. I'd even argue the mediums are going to make it from here.
Tyre is quite bad here for memory.
Yeah.
Especially through
We'll see what
sector 2 where
happens.
the load on the tyre is so much on lateral load.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I
we've got
think-
a few people pitting. We've got Benny pitted. Yeah, Ridwan is also pitted to the mediums. Jamo's come to the softs. Corrupt on the was on the hards, and James Cruz has come into the softs as well.
Yeah, it's dry. I'm watching Banana Josh right now, and I'm seeing how dry the track is. There is no spray off the tyres at all.
Yeah,
Watching
I
the
feel like-
sectored gaps though, but Unit is
Oh, and Sideshow loses it down the main straight. He's on the grass. It's not going to help him. That just shows you that the inters are just not the right tyre now. It's changed very quickly.
Yeah, tyre tends
Very
to be through
quickly.
the lenses, that's for sure.
So watch the leader as he's going to surely come in, and he does.
Interesting to
Alcatraz
see
also
where
follows him
Unit
in.
comes in this.
Yeah.
I feel like was one lap too early, just the way he's been driving. Sliding
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's sliding, isn't
He's
he?
lost some time, hasn't he?
Sometimes going that one lap longer can be beneficial.
Alright, McLaren getting to work, and he's putting on the mediums. Alcatraz
I
goes
think
for the
he's gonna-
hards. Okay,
Interesting.
so Banana's rolling the dice. Alcatraz is playing it safe.
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit slippery out there, though, just watching everyone on their laps. But I still think it's the right call to change.
Yeah, the track will get quicker every
As
lap.
Unit is coming out onto the main straight.
Yeah,
See
that
what the
hasn't
gap
paid off
was.
for him. And
Yeah,
he
no,
had
he
a
has.
horrible outlap. The outlap he had wasn't too good.
As Benny has jumped up to P5 and Ridwan.
Zach might have been right there. Might have been maybe
Yeah.
one lap or two early.
Yeah, one lap, I think.
As we'll see, 3 drivers coming out and be Reedy, Harass, and Wingman.
Sideshow is on the hards as well.
Yeah, so you got a bit of a split here. Some drivers going on mediums, drivers going on hards. I don't know if the mediums will make it.
Then he's on the softs as well.
Yeah.
He's on the softs, and he looks comfortable on the softs. Looks like he's got all the grip he needs at the moment with these conditions.
Yeah, that's the thing. That could, so going softs will provide the most grip, and depends when the track's kind of slippery and slick. He can make a
go-
pit stop. That could be definitely.
Now we're
He
going to
can
see.
go soft though, can't he? So he can run softs again. But he's
Yeah.
not limited to any other tyre but that.
So you're going to have to see what Banana's pace is like, because we know what Alcatraz's setup is. What is Banana's? Is he locks up, so it's cold on those mediums.
Yeah, the medium runs look like they're struggling for grip.
Yeah.
Compared to, I'm just watching Benny. Compared to them, he looks like he's a lot more comfortable on them softs, as you would
Benny's-
imagine.
Yeah, Benny's looking real good right now.
Alcatraz is on the hards, and the gap's sort of
Well,
maintaining.
let's not forget Benny had that spin, and now he's caught up to Unit already.
Yeah.
So we'll go down the order and have a look. Go on board with Benny. So Unit sets the fast up with a 44. Oh, and Benny destroys it with a 42.9.
Oh yeah, he's flying on these mediums. I've been watching him. He's looks like he's just got that confident. Yeah, he's just got that confidence to jump on the accelerator. Kart is pretty much pointing where he wants it to. It's still a bit slippery out there.
Just all over Unit.
I feel like the mediums might not have been a good choice. It might have been go soft or go hard and go to the end, because these mediums, they're not quicker and they might die.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see what Banana and that do this next lap, but yeah, I mean, he's currently, 2 seconds a lap quicker than Unit at the moment, which is a big difference. Massive difference. I mean, he might be 25 seconds behind.
Gap as well. 6 second
Yeah.
gap.
Yeah, he is pulling, isn't he?
Shows the hards are definitely lacking that grip at the moment on the slick track.
Banana is continuing to lock up into that turn, but it's just not doing anything.
Yeah, I want to see what time he's going to do. That's going to be really interesting. Benchmark is a 142.9 on the softs.
Does a
And he does a
140.
140.4. So it looks like the track's probably improving now. I don't think that's pure pace. It just looks like the track's drying up now.
So Benny's
Lap
been
by
stuck
lap.
in Greno, but we'll see what he can
Yeah.
do. He'll be looking to make quick and fast work at Greno.
So we'll go down.
Oh, and he's going to get it. No dramas. And he goes
With
up 40.1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's been held up 40.1. Look at that.
Yeah.
He could be on for a podium here, maybe, if we can get up to the sideshow.
Go back down and watch Reedy and harass. As harass opens DRS, he's definitely not going to be close enough to make a run.
Yeah, these three just been battling all race, haven't they? Ridwan's pulled away quite a little bit though now, but he's still sort of in. He's definitely in range.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Harass had to stay in the pits for that 5 second stop go as well. Pretty sure. I'll check the penalties if you have one of those.
Yeah, I think it was a cut though. I'm pretty sure it'll did. So he served that.
I'm pretty sure he did serve that. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got some ground to make back up. That's 1 second behind Reedy. It's not too far behind.
It looks like James and Jamo are having a little bit of a battle, even though James is a lap down.
As Banana Josh sets a 39.1. So yeah, the pace is coming. Australia's side gets a 5 second. Wow.
That's 2 5-second penalties we've seen this race for corner cutting. I mean,
that's a bit weird.
It's quite a kick. Usually you only see 3 seconds, but 5's has to be a pretty decent cut to cut that. I'm guessing it's the end of the straight where he's copped that, but... So yeah, I mean, Alcatraz just done a 39.9, so there's 8 tenths a lap there. Difference in pace on those tyres. Think Banana can go all the way on those mediums?
I'm thinking about it more and more, and I think they're going to burn up. I don't even know, let alone is he going to make it. I don't even know if he's going to have the pace to just stay in front at the end.
Yeah.
Making it might even be a whole nother question.
True.
So Benny is closing on his light sideshow at the moment. It's down to what? 5.6 seconds. That could be a battle.
Banana is opening this gap up. I'm not too sure what a pit stop is here. I haven't checked. I don't think it's a small pit stop, so if he does have to pit, he's gonna have to make a big gap.
Yeah. He's playing what, 1 second a lap at the moment? Around 1 second.
Yeah. It's Corrupt Clown gets 3 seconds, making him 6.
37.7.
So he's finding pace.
He's finding a second every lap he goes around.
Yeah. So I think Banana Josh has done the same as Alcatraz. He's got a wet setup.
Yeah.
I mean, a dry setup, sorry. I think
Track evolution's massive.
Yeah. I think we can safely say there's no way he is running a wet setup.
Banana Josh locks up a little bit there.
See, Benny's looking like he's burnt up the softs already. Sliding around a bit.
As Harass does a 37.5 on the hards.
Oh, that's a pretty impressive flap right there, with Banana only doing a 37.7.
He's got pace.
Yeah, so go back towards the front. Just noticing this gap is now not increasing as it was.
Yeah, the gap is stabilised, isn't it? Around 8 seconds, 8.1 seconds.
So we've only been out.
Benny's dropping off now as well, so softs are gone.
Yeah. We're already 4 laps into that medium stint, so I can't imagine it's the tyres. He must have just made a little mistake somewhere. So we'll have a look at the positions changed.
So Mercedes' friend.
Yeah, we've only
gone 5 up.
no big movers and shakers. Front three have just stayed where they were in qualifying. Benny's gone up 1, Unit's gone down 1. As Banana does a 36.8. So the pace is really well and truly coming to the cars, as Ridwan's also gone up 2, Harass has gone up 5, Reedy up 1, and the big losers are Wingman, Corrupt, and James all going down. And Jamo has stayed nice and still in 10th. So we'll just flick between first and second for the moment, because it's a really dead race. This Banana locks up again. He keeps locking up as Benny Mac pits already.
Yeah, I was going to say
and Side's also gone off on the track, so he's lost a bit of time.
He's chucked another set of softs on. Or hards, sorry. Let's put hards on.
Yeah, he has. So that's an interesting move.
That's not looking good for the mediums then. If Benny's like, how many laps? I'll check how many laps he was on those softs.
I think he was on 6. Not very long.
Yeah. 6-7 laps, but yeah. See, tire temp is a problem here, especially on the softer tyre.
So this battle might be interesting.
Pain.
So
James Cruz has done a half spin.
So we know there's guaranteed 2 spins so far.
Yeah,
about everything else.
Done a half spin.
As our Red Bull ambassador has just mentioned tyres, I would love to know what percent our Red Bull drivers' tyres are on, just quietly. Just go back to tyres.
But yeah, so Banana Josh has got to take these medium 16 laps.
Yeah, this is that's more we're saying it.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, the gap is well and truly stopped. If that gap starts dropping anywhere in the next 2 laps, he's probably in trouble.
Yeah,
because he's going to be losing pace, and there's no way they're going to make it to the end.
Yeah, well, they're matching lap times now. Alcatraz 36.8, Banana Josh 36.8.
Yeah. Different angle to look at this though is Alcatraz still definitely needs to save fuel.
Oh, as Banana Josh made a slight mistake running wide. The fast turn onto the back straight.
So Alcatraz definitely needs to save fuel still, and he probably still is saving fuel, so he may have better pace than what we've already seen so far.
Yeah. Like, the only way to save the tyre is probably to make the diff 50%. Just make the diff heaps low, so the rear tyres are just nice and, I think it just loosens up the rear end or something. Something like that, I'm not sure, but lower the diff so less tyre wear.
Yeah, lower the diff, keep the pressures up a bit higher. But the thing is, everyone might have dropped their pressures for the wet weather, so we might have already... That could be an issue. The battle between the mid-pack is sort of spread out now, so Ridwan has a commanding gap now to Harass and Reedy. Benny Mac obviously just pitted. Wingman's
as Tozda has joined the stream.
As Side responds with that mistake last lap and does a 36.6. So, again, he's just let it get away. He's just a few little mistakes, some penalties. He really did have the pace at the start to get the win, but
yeah, he was closing in at the start. I reckon he'll be steaming underneath that helmet, for sure.
We don't really have any close battles, do we?
No, it's really stagnant period of the race.
It's kind of got that feel of last week where Alcatraz is on the different tyre to Banana, and he's going to have to chase in those final laps.
As Banana Josh locks up again. Now, I know he hasn't really been phased by these lockups, but surely these are just mincing his tyres. It'd be interesting to see how, as Banana Josh does another fast lap, does a 36.4. Interesting to see when Unit and Ridwan feel like the tyres are ready to go. And if they jump the gun anytime soon. Or whether you're Banana and you decide to put your softs on and just come in and just hunt Alcatraz down with raw pace. Get some faster slaps. So Ridwan gets another 3-second time penalty as we got a sector 1 yellow. Not too sure what that was for. So if you're Alcatraz, you're probably starting to worry now that these tyres are just going to hang on.
Alright.
You'd assume Alcatraz, oh, as Banana Josh goes way wide,
Really wide.
and he hasn't got a track extension or anything. That's quite lucky. That's really lucky, actually. As James Cruz gets another time penalty. Alcatraz sets the fastest lap. So
he's responding.
Has the crossover period begun, but he has a 9-second gap to find in 7 laps. That is a big gap.
Yeah, it's only half a tenth he's faster. They're both still lapping 36s. Even Sideshow's improved now.
Yeah, and they both have no warnings as well, so it's a straight fight.
I know he obviously thought the hards were the better choice because it was going to last, but if you were in that position and you had that gap to Sideshow, so you're probably covered, would you just mirror the driver in front and just go for it?
Oh, it's the risk you got to take, isn't it? But yeah, probably it's always best to just match what your closest rival's doing, I think. Just try and match them, just mirror them.
Yeah,
so
but as we're talking about it, but Josh has been locking up everywhere. I can't see how these tyres are not on fire. Unless it's just a visual glitch and just, one of those things.
Yeah, there's still these 7 laps to go. So, I mean, it'd be great if we could know what percentage these tyres were actually on.
Yeah, Harass has moved within a second of Ridwan. So he's closed all that 5-second stop go up.
So we may have a little look down at that battle. Have some action going on the field.
But yeah, Harass has driven a great race from the rear. So he's currently up 6 spots at the moment.
Yes, pro pen wise, there's nothing really at the front of the grid. We've just got
0 pens for the front 2, I checked.
Yeah. Side's got 5, but Ridwan has 6, and Unit's all clear.
Looks like Reedy and Benny are having a bit of a battle. Reedy's got a DRS right on the back straight on Benny now, and Benny's going a bit defensive. See if Reedy can throw it. Probably switch to the inside there.
It's Reedy going around the outside by the look of it, but it's not going to happen.
Ridwan's
looks like, Ridwan's pitted. So there you go. There's the first thing we had to look at the memes as Reedy has. He's turned Benny.
It looks like he's going to correct the position, but I don't know if he can because he's completely ended that man's life.
We've got that on stream.
Yeah, that's alright. I mean,
but
you get those racing incidents.
More importantly, a medium runner has pitted. Does that mean the tyres were gone? Or is Ridwan just getting a fastest lap?
Yeah, he could do. But he's thrown away...
he's thrown away what?
5.
1, 2, 3. He's thrown away 6. Four positions. It's be a lot to throw away.
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't do that for the fastest lap, would you? You wouldn't throw away 4 positions. You lose a lot more points than gaining 1.
Yeah. Have a look. It's Banana Josh. Does come across the line. The gap is really just fluctuating between high 9 and low 8.
Oh, Benny's lost it again.
And he has.
It looks like Ridwan's on wingman now. It's probably a battle. He's on the softs. Looks like it's going to be action to watch. They're out there on the marbles quite wide.
Yeah, Rudon's probably lucky that Reddy and Benny came together. That could save him P6.
That's
maybe
true.
Potential. So
That's Ridwan.
that would definitely work in his favour.
Takes the inside
Beautiful
line.
move up inside. Text him stuff that.
Very
Beautiful
easy.
move. He's got the superior grip, this Ridwan. Over wingman. Alright.
The gap between Banana and Alcatraz has increased now to 10.3, so I think Alcatraz is just shutting down shop.
Yeah. He'll be cruising.
Yeah.
Taking those 18 valuable points, only losing, what, 7?
Yeah.
So, not too fussed about that when he's got 20-point lead, isn't it?
Yeah,
Over-
20-point lead to Unit, and he's got a big, he's got a 32-point lead to Banana, so it's not
So
a
he can
stress.
afford to burn.
Yeah, you can afford to lose 7 points. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Aussie believes that Banana should be coming in for those softs, but we don't know. That the tyres, he could be nursing them. He could be on 70%. We just really don't know.
Yeah. Now you'd say you'd just be trying to get to the end.
Yeah.
Even if they're going to blow up, they're going to blow up. That'd be my
Yeah, he can't. He's not
worry
going to make the gap
about
up.
it now. Just stay out. Just risk it if they're high, but I can't see them being too high. Because what, they pit around that 12, that 13? It shouldn't be too bad.
He's still gapping Alcatraz though. I mean, it's up to 11 seconds now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hards haven't worked at all.
So Ridwan does the fast slap on new softs. Figures.
35.723. Very nice lap that. He's pushing very hard. Catch up to Benny. Probably be on Benny within the next lap or two at the moment.
Yeah, he'll catch them.
Yeah. We'll just see if the softs can hang on. Don't get too hot. Yeah, Sideshow's definitely catching up to Alcatraz, but cost himself when he lost that. Heading onto the back straight. He's got now 9 seconds behind, isn't he? So that was 12 seconds at one stage earlier in the stint.
I do
He's done a
wonder
great
if
job
you're side, maybe you could have pitted a little earlier and just brought some softs on and just.
Yeah.
He's
He probably
got
could almost still do that this lap, but yeah, he's probably just thinking safe bet.
Yeah.
Take P3. Don't want the risk. No more risk. If who knows, could speed in the pit lane, could crash. Pushing too hard.
He does have
trying to
that
get
time
past
penalty
him.
as well.
Yeah, he does. So. Yeah, Ridwan's definitely not catching up anymore on Benny, so softs are looking pretty second hand then already.
We're on board with Banana currently. He brakes well after the 100-metre board, and no wonder he's locking up so much. It's really driving right on the edge of this.
Yeah, he's got a nice technique there.
Yeah.
Just braking, just locking up into the corner. It's something that I generally do as well. Just lock up and carry that lock into the corner, stop it, get it turned, and drive out. It can work, but then again, there is consequences with the front tyre sometimes, so something that you've got to manage.
Yeah, so it's nothing really at the front of the grid, as we've got no penalties. We've got a sector 2 yellow
Benny is 7/10
Oh,
behind.
looks like Reedy's made a mistake, to be honest.
I think Reedy's made a mistake,
Yeah, where is Reedy?
He's behind Benny.
Yeah, that's that yellow.
As I've caught James Cruz. There's 3.
And look at Harass as well. 1.5 behind Unit Gruno. His pace has been very good.
Oh, this could heat up in the last couple of laps, huh?
Yeah, Harass is
this could be interesting.
from
Quite
the
a
leader.
cheater.
He's actually been catching the leader in this stint. He's actually been the fastest car on circuit over stint pace. So Harass,
He's definitely
he'd
dark
stayed.
horse for the championship, I reckon.
Harass, he'd stayed
great pace.
in quali. He might have been a bit of a threat.
Yeah. Catching Unit Gruno very quickly. Driving great. Managing those hards beautifully.
7 positions up.
Yeah. It's definitely a hot contender for driver of the day, that's for sure, I reckon.
Yeah, as we're looking at
Up
Benny,
7 spots.
Benny and Reedy are still arguing this a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see if there's any comments after the race about that.
Yeah,
Exchange that went down.
Driver of the day, anyone wants to shout out. Really,
Just type it.
really dull race so far. I'll see. Quickly check positions, whether we've missed something. As Harass. Yeah, it's probably Harass really, with seven places up. Everyone else has really stayed station.
And Harass. I don't think he's got any penalties as well. So.
I've just had a look. He's got a 5. He's got a 5 second.
Okay, so he didn't serve that, did he?
No, so Harass has still got that 5 seconds.
Well, he's definitely going to see a push, but hopefully we're going to see a nice on-track battle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Uno has any either. They might be safe.
Yeah,
I think he'll probably still have a battle though. Not bragging rights on track.
Exactly.
Speed 1 gets another 3
Right.
seconds.
Yeah.
Looks like Banana's going to come up to some lap traffic soon. To lap what will be Jamo, his teammate.
12.3 seconds. It's the gap at the front now. In first and second.
Yeah, Wizzy, 16.
Crazy how those mediums are just hang on.
Yeah, Wizzy's asked, does anyone see those men? Maybe the only other thing is maybe it's really cool with the overcast. Maybe he's gotten away with that.
Exactly. Track temps will be quite low. So that's where the hards will be struggling as well. Track temps really low, so they won't be in their working temps.
It'll be really interesting to see what those tyres are on when at the end of the race.
Harass is in DRS. The looks of it, is he? Yep, he does have DRS. But Unit Gruno's got 50% battery saved up compared to 0. For Harass.
Someone's gone off circuit in front of us.
I've seen that.
Too
That's
sure
James.
It is
He's
James.
taking the,
Just getting out of the way.
Benny's crashed.
He's
has
taking China short. He's making his own track there.
No, Benny's fine. Benny's fine, I think.
No, Benny lost.
Oh, no, he
it
has. Yeah,
around
no,
the
he has.
last-
He's behind
yeah,
Reedy,
the last
correct.
corner.
Red one's all over him now.
As
There's battle for 4th place.
yeah, as Banana Josh is on his last lap, but we will go to the battle for 4th.
Yeah.
We might have to leave this battle eventually.
Yeah, whereabouts is Benny? Okay, he's on. Oh my god, okay. It's finished.
Yeah, I reckon Haas is going to get him here on the last lap.
Yeah,
Still
he
got that
saved his
penalty.
battery perfectly to the first and second sector.
Banana Josh comes around the penultimate corner through 15. He'll come onto the main straight of 16. He went for the aggressive strategy of the mediums. No one thought they'd last,
beautiful
but he's
drive.
made it work. As he wins, he hits the wall. The unnecessary flex, but it's good fun.
2 weeks in a row. he's
He
won a
was
track.
was dominant then though.
We'll go back
11
to unit
seconds.
Harass. So you got a yellow in
Sorry.
sector 3.
Will Harass send a move up the inside.
Sideshow gets a 5 second unserved penalty. Unit's going to go defensive.
And
Probably should have
protects
looked
his
at the
line
inside there.
well.
Yeah.
So Unit's done well there. He's missed out on the podium today, but he's consistently in that fight. And Harass,
yeah, still putting good points.
Yeah, Harass probably driver of the day.
Yeah, definitely going up 7 positions.
Yeah, as Benny Mack and Redia.
They've been stuck together all day.
They've had some great battles. Few little hiccups, but that's alright. That's good. It's racing.
Yeah, exactly. Where's James Cruz at? Oh, he's finished.
Yeah, he's already finished.
Wingman's
into the
spinning across the line.
Yeah. It comes to 14-15.
P11, just missing out on the points. He won't be too happy about that. So it's a painful drive that is. First driver with no points, but
yeah, well this time he actually gets the win, so I'm sure he's loving that. He's a great drive. His car's not looking too good at the moment though.
So mistake free besides across the line. Oh my god. Yeah, that one changed a bit second hand. But
and Sideshow on the podium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's earned that.
Big moves.
As we'll go to this, as it's taking its time. There we go. So, as mentioned, Banana Josh will win the Chinese Grand Prix from Alcatraz on track and properly this time. Side will finish third, finally not getting stiffed somehow. Unit will finish fourth, Mr. Consistent and Harass in fifth. Reed will finish sixth with Benny and Ridwan in seventh and eighth. Wingman and Corrupted in ninth and 10th. And Jamo in 11th and Mr. Consistent, James Cruz, staying, getting used to it, getting better. It's definitely in duff conditions as well.
And Ridwan getting the fastest lap there with a 1:35.723.
So that'll be Alcatraz remain in the lead on 68 points. Unit, I think, will remain second on 42. Honest, who was missing today, will not score any points, inevitably. Ridwan will score 4 and 5 for his bonus points. He'll be on 25. I believe Sideshow will jump up maybe to... No, he's got no points currently, does he? Yeah, no, so he'll jump up to 15 points. The mid-pack's really busy here. It's a lot of close drivers. No, yeah, Sideshow, sorry, does have 17 points, so he'll probably jump to third.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll jump to third on 32 points. So considering his start, he's not in the worst position, but Alcatraz does have a commanding lead still. Anyway, that was a boring stream today. Very dull race, but at least we had not two commentators, we had 3 commentators. So thanks to Schmidt for figuring out that. And yeah, thanks. Yeah, hopefully it's nice and clean, no walls. So you're both driving on Friday again.
Yeah, you're on tomorrow night?
No, I'm not currently.
No?
No, I'm well and truly done driving currently. Until further notice.
Pure comms.
Yeah, until further notice, yes.
But yeah, we will be racing Friday, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that'll be an exciting battle.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm not too sure who's doing the stream tomorrow, but it won't be as good as this because I'm a jet. So, yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for joining.